Hey, it's Damien from Marketing Food Online, and in this video, I'm actually going to break down the steps to tell you how you can actually sell $100,000 a year in food products online, and anyone watching this video can do it. And I'm going to break it down for you right now. All right, so it's Damien and welcome back to the video. And in the introduction, as I mentioned, I'm going to give you several steps into how you can sell $100,000 a year online selling a food product. Now, I'm going to give you a really quick disclaimer. It's going to take time for you to build up your presence online as far as the platforms you need to be on, the social media you need to be on, and the steps that I'm going to give you. So I'm not telling you you're going to do this overnight. As with anything, every business takes time to grow. I have actually been selling professionally online for over 12 years now, and we have multiple stores online, and that is one of the biggest reasons why I'm doing this video, is to explain to you how I was able to go from selling about $20 to $30 a day on eBay to a six-figure business that has taken time to build. So if you're looking for a video to show you how to do this overnight and some fast, quick, get-rich scheme, this is not the video for you. But if you want to create a food business, if you want to sell a food product and establish a business online that you can scale and then, of course, grow and eventually maybe even sell it and then start another one, this video will be informative and I'm going to explain to you how this works, okay? So before we do, as always, if this is a first video you've ever seen, this is Marketing Food Online. I am Damien Roberti. My wife and I started a food business over a decade ago. We actually started online selling food products individually out of our Italian bakery. We actually ran a retail bakery. We had gelato and sandwiches and a whole bunch of cookies. But we started small and we grew that over the past decade to a very successful business, and that is what motivated me to start this channel. So I know that if you're watching this, you're a food entrepreneur or you want to be a food entrepreneur. So let me dive into these steps, and as always, hit that subscribe button because we now have over 800 plus videos absolutely free to get you started online or even get a food product in a retail store. So enough about all that. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Now, number one, now it may sound kind of daunting. You're thinking, well, Damien, there's a lot of guys with these YouTube channels spewing all this stuff about how you can make millions of dollars online if you buy their $8,000 course and all that. Nonsense. If you want to do this, it is something that you need to break down this goal into each month. And let me explain why. All right, so if you are looking to sell $100,000 a year of any product online, no matter what it is, but specifically food, what you need to do is not look so far ahead into the 12-month goal of selling $100,000 a year. You need to break it down per month. Now, when you do that, if you averaged out the amount of days in a year, you're going to have to make around $273. Believe it or not, $273 is a magical daily amount that would push you over $100,000. It's slightly over $100,000. Now, Damien, that's easier said than done. Yes, it is easier said than done, but I'm going to break down and show you exactly how we do this. So, if you took your first month and you have a food product, and I don't care if it's sauces, if it's seasonings, if it's marinades, I don't care what it is, you need to, number one, you need to have a variety of products. Now, you can either resell food products online or you can make your own products. There's really only a couple of ways you can do that. You either resell products that you buy in bulk and flip it and turn around and sell it for a profit. Now, or if you're making your own product, you make the product and obviously sell it. The magical number is 273 a day. So how many transactions would that be, Damien, in order for me to make 273? You would literally only have to sell 10 transactions a day. 10. Right now, our company as it is, we've been, of course, like I said, online for about 10 years. We average close to about 50 to 100 orders a day, okay? Now, for us to do that over the past quite a few years, to build that up, you need to just look at your daily sales. And you need to make a simple goal of selling 10 transactions at around $27 each, okay? Now, when I said 10 to about 10 to 20 different items, here's why. Now, you could actually create a listing on eBay. You could create a listing on Etsy. You can create a listing on Amazon. And you can actually do this by creating bundle packages. If you've got 10 to 20 different items, that's great to start with. Do you need to have more than that? Not necessarily. Can you do this with one item? You probably could, but to be honest with you, it'd be very, very difficult and challenging if you've got only one single flavor of one item, one single type of grocery item. The more products you have, it gives you, the seller, the ability to bundle and create new types of listings, okay? So one of our stores, we've actually got over 300 products listed. Now, is that 300 individual units, different items? No, not at all. We actually have quite a few of those listings that are actually bundled. What I mean by that is we actually have a cookie, and here's an example. We put together several different types of cookies that we make. We put it together as a bundle, and the price for that is nearly $100 for that transaction. That in and of itself creates a bundle package that has an individual transaction amount of over the $27 mark. So if you even sold just one of these in a day, you've already made $100 worth of sales out of one singular transaction. That's the power of bundling. So, well, Damien, I don't make cookies. Maybe I have a hot sauce. No problem. You can have a variety of hot sauce flavors, bundle them together, make that individual single transaction price at least $25 to $30 in the price range. That's going to set you up for only, again, having to sell 10 of those a day. That may sound kind of simple and easy to do, but once you get your product online, 10 transactions a day is really, really simple to get, to believe it or not. Now, how long will it take to do that, Damien? That I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, and I can't tell you how long it's going to take to do that. But I can tell you the next couple of steps I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you how you can increase the visibility of your product and get free exposure online through social media, and therefore creating 10 transactions a day becomes an even easier task for you to do. So the first step, try to have about 10 to 20 different items. Now again, if you make a product, that doesn't limit you to not buying products and selling them. So for instance, if you made hot sauces, sell your hot sauce, and you could buy other people's hot sauce or other brands and create bundles with those as well. Get imaginative, get creative, use your imagination and think outside the box. You don't necessarily have to be making every single thing you're selling. You can mix the two together. Now, of course, there's certain permits and licensing. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but permits and licenses that you need in order for you to achieve selling that way, buying products and flipping them, and then making a product and flipping them. Now, that's not what this video is about. So understand how this goes and how this breaks down. And then we've got plenty of other videos on our YouTube channel to talk about permits and licenses. Number 2, sell on multiple platforms. Do not rely on one single platform, and especially do not rely on your own website, okay? You can incorporate a website into your mix of platforms, but you should be on Amazon, you should be on eBay, you should be on Etsy, have your own website, sell on Facebook, create subscription business on cratejoy.com, and so on and so on. Now, these are also great ways to expose yourself to a lot more customers. There are people who shop on Amazon who don't shop on eBay. There's people who love eBay that don't go to Etsy, and so on and so on. But being on these multiple platforms at the same time will increase your odds of selling those 10 transactions at $27 a day, right? Or $27 per transaction at $273 a day, okay? So having that amount of exposure to millions of potential customers is a no-brainer, and it would increase your odds of reaching the $100,000 a year goal, okay? So you see how you break it down over each month, and then per day, what is that goal? The more platforms you're on, millions of people you're going to be reaching, and the opportunity to reach that goal of 273 becomes a lot easier. Now, number 3, something I mentioned a little bit in the introduction of the video, price your product between $25 and $30. Well, Damien, you know, I sell hot sauce. So hot sauce averages like $5-6 maybe on a per bottle. How can I get that? Well, as I mentioned, creating the bundles, bringing together enough product so the transaction reaches that $25 to $30 mark. Now, I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we have over 300 items on one of our platforms. Some of the products that we sell on that platform is actually around $4 to $5. Some of the other products that we sell are over 100. Now, there's a particular reason why I do that, and it's exactly for the reason why I'm telling you on this video. That allows me to reach an average per transaction price of around $25. For the past 12 years, our average per transaction is around $25 to $26 on every single order. Okay, so that is how you can reach that goal, is by offering a multitude of different products, but bringing them together and making that transaction around $25 to $30. Now, real quick pointer. This is a gross amount of sales. This is not a profit. So if you're looking to reach as far as your profits, there's a lot of other things to calculate. Of course, fees that are on the platforms, fees for Amazon, PayPal transaction fees, Stripe, if you have them as a payment processor. There's other parts to this that, of course, will affect your overall profit and your margins. But I'm talking about selling and gross sales of over $100,000 a year. This is something that you can do and then scale it to make your next 2 or 3 year goal of doing $500,000, $200,000, $300,000. If you use this method and you understand the simplicity of trying to just make the per transaction amount around $25 to $30 or even more, that's going to get you to your goal faster. Okay, and of course your margins, there's a lot of dynamics that come in with your margins and your profits. That's not what this video is about. Okay, number 4, social media. One of the biggest things that you need to do in order for this to work and grow and scale an online business and e-commerce is to have a presence on social media. Okay, you need to create pages on Facebook that's dedicated to your food business. You need to create a profile on LinkedIn. Believe it or not, LinkedIn is a huge social media platform. It's not just about posting jobs. I actually have now nearly 8,000 food industry connections because of marketing food that actually I leverage, and I'm able to use that presence on LinkedIn to sell our food products as well as promote our YouTube channel. So have a presence on all of these different platforms. Now, Damien, I don't have enough time to be posting on every single one of them. You don't need to. If you can focus on 2, give yourself 2 of those specific social media platforms. Focus on promoting your food business on those 2. You will have a huge reach outside of your platforms you're selling on. So the fact that you're on eBay, Etsy, and Amazon and all that is great. Being on social media is even better. It's the icing on the cake because it's going to allow you to promote your product. And again, remember, it is a $27 per transaction, 10 transactions a day goal. That's going to put you over $100,000 a year. It doesn't have to be that difficult. As long as you understand the concepts and you're dedicated to growing the business, online e-commerce businesses is not a set it and forget it type of thing. You need to be on it every single day. You need to be contacting customers. You need to be filling orders. You need to be putting out on social media platform content and information. It needs to be something that's done every single day, or at least a couple of days every other day. Okay, if you don't have the time when you're first starting, maybe you're working a business, I completely understand how that is because I started a bakery while I was working full-time, believe it or not. And that was a huge endeavor. But stick with it and put the work towards it, you're going to make it happen. Next up, number 5, customer service. Now, this is something that a lot of people it's not very glamorous, it's not very exciting. A lot of people put it on the back burner. But answering emails, if you've got a negative feedback that you have to address, or positive feedback, or if you have a damaged product or an order that doesn't get delivered, understand that the customer service part of this type of business is ultra important because you will not be on e-commerce very long if you neglect it or you don't dedicate time to your customers. The product is one thing, the customer is another. You need to make sure that your customer gets taken care of. Now, if you don't want to do that, well, then maybe you should hire someone part-time while you're running the business, someone who can handle your customer service for you, okay? Next up, and this one is really probably one of the coolest ways to get a product promoted and even out there, is actually number 6 is using affiliate programs. Now, actually go to a company called Reselling. And if you go to Reselling, and I'll have a link down below in the description, you can check out Reselling. You can create an account as a business owner to have their affiliates actually promote your product. And it's a very simple concept. You create the account as the business, you offer a percentage to those people who want to be affiliates of your program. You either pay them a flat amount, like $5 per transaction, 5%, 7%, 10%. You create that account and you allow the affiliate to promote your product on blogs, on YouTube, on social media, everywhere and anywhere. It is a fantastic way to have literally thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people promoting your actual product, which gives you the ability to reach that 10 transactions per day very, very quickly and very fast. So these are 6 different ways that you can actually get your food product online and reach a goal of selling $100,000 in food a year, okay? And this is something that as it goes on, you can scale it utilizing these same techniques, growing your base on social media, growing the amount of products maybe you have on those different platforms, making affiliates be the salespeople for your product. So all of these combined together, it is really easier than you think. Now, I'm not going to tell you it's easy to do, but it is easier than when you have these different sets of goals and you break them down by month. And that way, reaching 100,000 is something doable. So I hope this gave you some great ideas, or maybe I opened your eyes to some new concepts. If it did, definitely give me a big thumbs up. If you've got any questions on the 6 different things that I just spoke about? Let me know down below and we'll hop on those questions as soon as we can. I'll see you guys on the next video.